Very good.
Boy.
Bowling ball.
Hey, three guys. The use of the word big, as in Big 10, Big 12, and cardinal directions is a terrible naming scheme for leagues and conferences today. How long until Brett Yormark shops the naming rights to the league around? Bucky's Athletic Conference, the Go-Mart Premier League. The trophy would be a giant bronze big gulp, just spitball. And P.S. It's very quaint that Hoppy thought that the abbreviation of EDMF was G-rated. For his information, the following would also be correct. WTF, wait till Friday. LMFAO, leave my Fritos alone, Ollie. Love the show. Pete in Pennsboro.
I didn't.
I understand.
I didn't know.
I mean, who would,
didn't
right?
know.
Pete in Pennsboro is always good. Like, he'd be a P1 texter for quality and creative.
Strong
Agree.
case.
Right?
I don't think Pete's his real name, though.
Probably not. Texter, Roncevert is widely considered to be a French expression meaning no power, no problem. Big thanks to the big three for making it a glorious day to be a mountaineer. P.S. My lovely wife and I snuck out of town with the last 2 4-pals of Courchevel. Go get 'em, boys. That's our guy, T-Bone right there.
Yeah,
Hop.
that was
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
It was great
T-Bone
meeting
and
him.
Roanoke. T-Bone's just terrific.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Absolutely had a fun time talking with him and his wife. They made the trip down to Roanoke, and it was great. It was great.
It was fun.
just a good day,
Fun.
man. That was really cool.
Everybody wanted to be there. Everybody was in a good mood.
Yeah, really good. Texter, gentlemen, Logan from beautiful Greenbrier County. Great pleasure to have you guys down here this past weekend. Great talks with all of you. Not just about WVU, but life in general. Definitely a summer moment I'll never forget. We hope to see you guys again. Thanks for everything you do. So there's Logan. No, that's Logan there. Now, you knew him. You met him, right, Brad?
Yeah. Yeah, talked extensively with Logan, yes.
Logan came early, stayed. Logan stayed.
He did.
He was committed.
He put time in. Thank you,
did.
Logan. Thank you.
He might be a football player because at times he was applying press coverage.
He was great.
Yeah, getting right up in there.
Very involved in a local church there.
Yeah.
Probably told you about.
He's also assistant manager over there at the Auto Zone.
He is, of course.
Or is he the manager?
Oh, assistant.
Assistant. Working his way.
He used to work delivery. He was in charge. Now he's in charge. He's assistant manager. He's in charge of the commercial accounts.
You know, also real quick, we had a chance to spend some time with the fine folks at Briar Garden. Well mentioned on this show. Ross
and
Meredith.
Meredith?
Yeah.
Oh,
Had a wonderful veal brat over there that was nice.
I was
But
so
they sell
hungry.
Courchevel there.
So
There's
here,
some good
let me-
food Ross brought out.
Let me
Yes.
tell you this one, folks. Let me tell you, this was a good one.
Veal bratwurst.
So
I'll
if
take
you're-
another one of those.
I tell you what.
If you're a regular, you know that Hoppy had some wandering issues in our first two events. He just took off when we were in Morgantown twice.
He was
Not once,
silver
but
alert.
twice. Took off. Well, as you know, we had him captured this weekend. Couldn't go anywhere because I drove.
Your vehicle.
Right? So we do the event in the Sportsman's Tavern on Friday night, and that kind of, wraps up. And I don't know what it was. It's about 10 o'clock now. And our boy Courchevel says, "We're going to the Briar Garden." And I looked at him like, "Well, excuse me?"
I think he said it twice.
Yeah, go to the Briar Garden. Going to go to the Briar Garden. I went like, "You're going to go to the Briar Garden? Like you're not like getting us right now. Hey, let's get back to this place. I got to go to bed." So we go to the Briar Garden, which I love the vibe. I love
Great
that
vibe.
place. I told
Cool
Ross,
place.
I told Meredith, I just love what they've done there, and it's fantastic. So Ross, great restaurateur, bar operator. We get there and he pulls the move that you have to do if you're the owner of an establishment. You go up and he says, "Can I get you guys, like, you guys going to eat?
You guys hungry?
You guys hungry?"
Yeah.
And then he basically says, "Let me take care." When the
Right.
owner of the place says, "Let me take care of the order," here it comes.
Because it was great awareness, because yes was the answer, which is always the answer.
Right.
And we kind of looked at each other for a minute, like, what do you want? And he immediately went hand up and said, "I'll take care of it. I'll bring a little bit of everything."
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. You handle it. And
It
he
was
did.
perfect.
He
It
did
was.
handle it.
So he brings it, and my man has got this German sausage place in New York City that's been making sausages since 1930. has this stuff brought in on a big sausage airplane. Just lands at Lewisburg, just a big sausage plane.
Cold. Keeps it cold on the way.
Keeps it cold. But he gave us several different things. But the veal brat,
A plus.
With the mustard.
With dip it in the mustard, a little dip in the mustard.
Holy potato salad, was that good?
Strong.
And then Hop, you made friends there, like you were talking with people from the Live Golf.
From the Live Golf, there were 2 people there from Live Golf because the Live Golf tournaments is coming
this week. Right?
One of them, Beth from Minnesota, of course. She was one.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So speaking of food, so we crushed it. We crushed it there.
I might have hit it harder than either one of you, which is shocking.
Is
that possible?
I don't know about that.
We were in there pretty good.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay. But it was
because there was a lot of conversation because also at our table, former WVU assistant Paul Moran under
Paul's
Bobby Bowden.
great.
So there was both Schembeckler, Woody Hayes, Bobby Bowden's stories. So you were at times you were talking to Paul, and I'm diving in on that pretzel.
Yeah.
Cutting that thing up.
It was good.
Paul was awesome, right?
Just
Paul was
eating,
great.
talking to people, having a brat, having a cold beer. I mean, it was a really very
so
enjoyable.
unusual for you to actually for me to see you enjoying something. It was really special for me.
Normally, I don't.
No. Normally you're all work, all busy all the time. You're nervous, putting that lip balm on because you're nervous.
I think what happened.
Finally, to see it chill out, it was.
You did
good.
have fun.
Oh, I had a great
Yeah,
time.
you had fun.
I had a great
Like
time.
Brad and I were standing looking at you, going, "Look at our boy. He's actually having fun. Look at our boy. Look at our boy. Our boy's having fun."
Well, I got in kind of a groove starting down in Ronsford. All right, where's the next place we're going to? It was like college again.
It was. Anyway,
Glenwood.
so we pounded food there.
Stop in Alderson, say hello.
And then Dave took care of us.
Alta Sam Black Church. Rainell.
How many falls room?
How about the place we stayed?
Beautiful.
Whew.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Right in Lewisburg.
Yes. Thank you very much. That was great.
That was how we feel like we should travel. Whether we ever will again, I don't know, but that's how it feels like it should be.
Well, that is how I do travel.
Oh, okay.
You're the guy that always looking for the next Motel 6. Well, that's the way.
All due respect.
Also, so we crushed the food there, and then Braden from Sixpence Pizza
Oh my gosh.
on Saturday morning. So I ate at Briar Garden, and all I had was coffee.
Same.
The next morning, and they put that little maple syrup. We probably should talk about that as well.
Alex brought that up. So well documented on the show. I get shamed for it all the time. I need to have stuff in my coffee, Hoppy, right?
I understood.
I'd like to wean off that, but haven't been able to yet. So I went up to the mountain table stand. Alex right there pulled out some of our coffee and was making me a cup. And then he had a little maple syrup there. He said, "Hey, try a little maple syrup in here." Now, didn't stir it in. A little treat at the bottom when you get there.
Yeah.
That was good, man. That was really good.
This coffee, Mountaineer Morning, doesn't have bitterness to begin with, but if there is any hint of it, it just takes that down there. And it's not like you're drinking cereal milk. I'm just telling you, it's a perfect little thing. Next time you get black coffee, whatever black coffee, obviously you can buy ours at episode800.com, but just sprinkle a little bit of maple syrup, just a drizzle of maple syrup, and don't do anything with it. And just play with that a little bit. It'll make it special. So anyway, I don't eat anything. And now it's 2:00 the next day. The last time I had eaten was about 10:30 at night. So now it's 2:00. So my fast was like 14 plus hours. My boy Braden brings in, Groover, our guy, brought 4 pizzas over. And my boy over here, Brad, I mean, he's having a conversation with law enforcement officials.
Yeah, we were deep
over there. And my boy Kirchhoff was sitting down. I said, Hoppy might have said, it might be too much pizza here. I looked at him and said, like, too much. Oh, really? There's too much pizza? I'll just tell you this. By the time I was done, there was 4 empty boxes.
Yeah, we ate it all.
Destroyed it.
Well, you weren't the only one eating.
How good was it? Now,
awesome.
Because I had it before in April. Did I overhype it?
Little sausage, pepperoni.
Did I overhype it at all?
The crust was perfect.
Great.
It was really good.
It's really good. So thanks, Sixpence. You know what we need to do? This is what we need to do. Do you think there's any way when football season starts,
Well, here we go.
You think there's any way
He's going to come up with an idea here on August. We got to put this in place now.
when football
because the day will never get here.
This is what happens. Could have had this. I know where he's going to go. I know exactly what he's thinking. Probably should have said this in April. He's going to say it in August.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Here it is. Watch this.
Because yesterday I was walking Charles Barkley. If you look at Fine Looking Phil's, to the left of Fine Looking Phil's on the University Avenue side, there's a lot, a cement lot, right? A big area.
Yeah.
You go get my boy. You go get my boy sixpence. Have him bring the pizza. Have him bring the pizza wagon up.
Okay.
You go to Rollin' Stove, the food truck. By the way, that truck was designed in Charlotte. Sells these burgers. Why couldn't you on game day bring those folks in there and set that thing up? We have to ask Phil. Why couldn't you set that stuff up in there, and then when folks come to Mountaineer games, they can go to the three. I'm going to call it the Three Guys Food Court, and they can have a
pretty strong idea.
They can have a taste of what because not everyone's going to get down to Greenbrier County. We can bring them up here, and football Saturdays they go over there. Food area set up on University Avenue. We're fine. You know where I'm talking about.
I think that's actually.
Of course, it's a good idea.
That's actually a good idea. A lot of times you come up with stuff that may sound you can't actually. That's not bad. That's really good.
No, we would just have
that pizza, those sandwiches, little Kirchvale.
Yeah, the guy that owns Rolling
Kick, maybe get the coffee in there.
That's good.
That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. Actually.
The guy that owns the Rolling Stove food truck.
That's a good idea.
His daughter lives in Morgantown. He could just drive the truck up when he comes up for the games. I don't know if that's a convenient thing, but right?
That's not a bad idea.
Well, thank you.
That's not a bad idea.
475 episodes, you finally give me I got a good idea.
Got to get moving.
It's
basically August.
There is a challenge with it, though.
What?
Well, because they make those pizzas from scratch.
Yeah.
Right.
And so you put in your order, and it was about 15 or 20 minutes, which is fine, waiting for good food. Can the Mountaineer fans who are walking to the game, can they stop and say, I want to get one of these delicious pizzas? Okay, it's going to be 20 minutes.
Yeah, because here's what you do. Here's what
picnic tables or something?
No,
you do,
pre-order.
Or pre-order. Just go right into Phil's then and buy you a couple shirts while you're waiting. Look around, then come back out and your pizza's
done. That would
done.
work.
All right, that'll work too. All right, that'll work.
Right, you got to see what the
Now,
merchandise
who do we
is.
have
promotion?
Now, who do we have to ask to see if we can make this happen?
Here's where things always fall down. Now the execution of the idea is
give it
Dave.
Give it to Groover.
Yeah,
Give Dave Groover on it.
Give it to Groover.
Then it'll get done.
He doesn't have a home.
I think he did. I mean, he has a home.
Well, it wasn't really firmly established. I asked him.
I thought he established it quite well, and you're still sitting there like you're looking at a ghost for like.
No, I asked Dave Gruber. I said, "Where do you live?" And that started like a 20-minute long. We never did get an exact answer.
Have Jack clip that audio and send it to Dave.
Dave listens.
That's a good idea by you. I'm stunned by that. I knew there was food coming. I didn't know it was that. I mean, he thought about that a little
Dave's
bit.
already probably.
You know what else we talked about down there in Greenbrier County?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, anyone bring up the Mothman down there in Greenbrier County?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yes, they did.
I had no Mothman conversations. I don't know what you're talking about.
Texter.
One person did. It was, but
Texter.
Nope.
Nate in Mount Airy, Maryland.
I didn't hear any of it.
Mount Airy, Maryland. Isn't that Joe Alexander? Mount Airy, Maryland. I believe that's outside of Frederick. I believe.
No, that's down on.
No, you're thinking. Don't think North
You're
Carolina.
thinking North Carolina.
You're thinking North Carolina. Mount Airy,
Right. This
Maryland.
is the Maryland version.
Everyone's got a Mount
How'd
Airy.
you know when you were in my mind.
Texter.
Mount Airy.
Long-time listener, first-time texter. I made a visit to the land of confectionery goodness in Hershey with my family this weekend. We were perusing Chocolate World when suddenly I stumbled upon the mother lode of Reese's. They had all kinds, regular, thin, crunchy, even some kind of plant-based version. I couldn't help but think every time I turned a corner that Brad would be there lurking, trying to stuff his pockets akin to Dana in a Red Bull store. However, the fine folks at Hershey must have decided that selling Reese's shapes out of season was blasphemous. No eggs, no trees, nothing. Surely one of you clowns knows someone up there to efforting to get this travesty corrected. I mean, it's the horse's mouth of Reese's, and they got no shapes.
Got to get shapes in there. Surprising.
Hershey's probably knows what they're doing.
They got shapes.
Well, as they said,
I beg to differ if they don't have shapes. Nate's right.
as the Reese's
Best
man once
product is for
said,
sale.
you got to get busy living or get busy dying.
Tremendous ratio in those.
Gentlemen,
Peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
thank you all so much for the wonderful